Have you ever thought about how you would spend your money if you won the lottery or got rich quickly? It can be fun to think about what could happen. After all, you never know what kind of crazy, exciting things and experiences you could find. When you're rolling in dough, it's easy to blow millions on some pretty wild stuff. Like, who wouldn't want a preserved shark for 8 mil, a golden bathtub for 2.2 mil, or a private island? But for the rest of us who don't have that kind of cash, those prices are just plain crazy. Here are 10 luxury items that are so expensive that even millionaires and billionaires want them. Most of us have to take care of our reservations and planning independently. The rich rely on concierge services for these problems. Concierge services can range from booking flights to running random errands you need completed. What are some completely random concierge services that wealthy people use? Planning your kid's birthday party, getting into exclusive restaurants, naming your baby. Yes, this is a real business. And organizing travel to avoid hassles. Numerous luxury concierge services cater specifically to the ultra-wealthy. One popular company is the Quintessentially Group, which serves those with an average net worth of $5 million. Most requests hover around $1,500 per service, but this concierge company has seen clients spend hundreds of thousands on an event. These companies work with incredibly rich people who want everything handled for them. Here are some of the most surprising concierge requests that we were able to find. Arranging for dinner on an iceberg, shutting down the Sydney Harbor Bridge for a marriage proposal, flying a dog in comfort on a private jet, and having wedding vows renewed by the Pope. There's a chance that a concierge service could complete any request your heart desires if you have enough cash to pay for it. Is anything worse than waiting in long lines, like at the DMV or the post office? What about having to do the same chores over and over again? Most people can't escape the monotony that comes with everyday life. The rich can spend money on levels of convenience that most people could only dream of. We're not just talking about food delivery services or cutting the line at an amusement park. The hyper-wealthy's time is worth enough that it typically makes sense to outsource things that the layman would never consider outsourcing. If someone of extreme wealth can get back an hour in their day, it could be worth millions of dollars over the course of a year. While technically, there are only 24 hours in a day, the rich can buy more free time. When you're rich, you don't have to worry about mowing the lawn, grocery shopping, cooking dinner, or performing other basic tasks. What are some examples of the ridiculous levels of convenience the rich can afford? Paying someone to wait in line. Sites like TaskRabbit allow you to hire someone to wait in line at the passport office or anywhere else for you, so you don't have to waste time. Outsource all basic house chores. Maids, personal chefs, gardeners, and personal assistants are just some of the services rich folks can afford. First-class travel. Flying first class or even taking a private flight means you don't have to wait for boarding or struggling to fall asleep in a cramped cabin seat. Many of the world's wealthiest people like to collect cars. Bill Gates is a big fan of high-end cars. After starting Microsoft, his first big purchase was a Porsche 911 supercar. He has various garages that fit 23 cars. In 2013, Elon Musk bought the Lotus Sprit car from James Bond's The Spy Who Loved Me for $886,000. In the movie, the car turns into a submarine. Musk said that he was disappointed that the car couldn't actually transform, but he plans to upgrade it by putting in Tesla electric powertrain and making it really transform. Elon also owns an Audi Q7, a Porsche 911, a 1967 E-Type Jaguar, and a Hammond BMW M5 sports car. The car collection of the 29th Sultan of Brunei is the largest private car collection in the world, consisting of approximately 7,000 cars with an estimated combined value of over $5 billion. Bernard Arnault, the world's richest man, also owns numerous luxury cars, which include several Ferraris, Bugattis, exquisite Mercedes-Benz models, and a slew of other cool supercars and hypercars. We've all complained about the price of Starbucks coffee. But could you imagine paying $100 for a cup of coffee? That's what the price of Kopi Luwak goes for if you're looking for the ultimate coffee experience. The most expensive coffee in the world can be found in various locations, but generally it comes from Southeast Asia, particularly Indonesia, the Philippines, and Thailand. This coffee is unique because the beans are the droppings, commonly referred to as cat poop, of the Asian palm civet, a cat-like creature that digests the beans and takes out their bitterness. This coffee is extremely rare, and its incredible flavor makes it something you'll want to add to your to-do list when you want to splurge. So what does Kaya Kopi Luwak taste like? It is noticeably not bitter and is intensely aromatic. It has a complex flavor profile that is smooth, earthy, and sweet with a hint of chocolate. Private planes are another luxury on which the super wealthy love to splurge. In 2007, Prince Al-Walid bin Talal of Saudi Arabia spent $319 million for a double-decker super jumbo jet nicknamed the Flying Palace, made renovations that put the value at more than $500 million, and then promptly sold it to an unknown buyer. Businessman Alisher Usmanov, one of the wealthiest people in Russia, owns a private jet, the Airbus A340-300, a plane that costs at least $350 million and can seat up to 277 people. Jeff Bezos owns a $65 million Gulfstream G650ER private jet. Bill Gates owns a relatively modest $40 million Bombardier BD700 Global Express plane. The world's most expensive private jet belongs to Prince Al-Walid bin Talal of Saudi Arabia, who owns an Airbus A380 with a price tag of over $500 million US. The 550-meter squared aircraft has been lavishly furnished to accommodate its own concert hall, Turkish bath, garage space, and even a stable for transporting horses and camels. Not forgetting the prince's exquisite throne and a prayer room that rotates to face Mecca from any direction. Speaking of private islands, you have to get there somehow. Wealthy people can afford to arrive in style on yachts, and since regular yachts won't cut it anymore, many of the super rich are buying super yachts, with hundreds sold yearly. So what separates an ordinary yacht from a super yacht? There's no technical definition of a super yacht, but it can typically host more than 10 guests and comes with some of the same perks you could find in a luxury villa. Larry Ellison is known for previously owning a 454-foot yacht called the Rising Sun that holds 82 rooms, a movie theater, a personal gym, and a basketball court. He since sold it for another luxurious super yacht. Some of the world's wealthiest people are owners of super yachts. Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich bought his yacht Eclipse in 2010. Reports of its cost vary, ranging from $600 million up to $1 billion. The Eclipse has 2 helipads, a missile defense system, 2 swimming pools, a cinema, a hair salon, and a restaurant. Entertainment mogul David Giffen owns a $590 million super yacht known as the Rising Sun, which includes a basketball court and space for 18 overnight guests. In April 2017, Giffen hosted the Obama family on his yacht. Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, president of the United Arab Emirates, owns the world's largest motor yacht, which is 590 feet long and costs $600 million to build. With so much luxury available on a single ship, it's hard to argue with the idea that super yachts are a symbol of wealth. When money is no object, what's a few $100,000 spent on the remains of a long-dead creature? In 2007, Nicolas Cage outbid Leonardo DiCaprio for a $276,000 Mongolian dinosaur skull. The skull turned out to be stolen, so Cage later had to give it to the US authorities. At an auction in Paris in June 2018, an unknown buyer spent about $2.6 million on the fossil of a dinosaur thought to be from the Allosaurus genus. In 2014, billionaire hedge fund manager Steve Cohen bought a 14-foot preserved shark for between $8 million and $12 million. In 2020, the Christie's auction house sold a Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton named Stan to an unknown buyer for $32 million. One way to show that you're ultra wealthy is to surround yourself with as much gold as possible. A Hong Kong jeweler spent $3.5 million building a bathroom made entirely of gold and precious jewels, including a 24-karat solid gold toilet. Built in 2001, the room still holds the Guinness World Record for most expensive bathroom. Former professional boxer Mike Tyson once bought a 24-karat gold bathtub for $2.2 million. Kanye West spent $750,000 on gold-plated toilet seats. It's complete with a 49-foot-tall gold box which contained the bathrooms. What's the next best thing to leaving the planet? Owning a piece of it. And sometimes wealthy folks want to own a private island where they can relax, hang out with friends, or simply retreat from the rest of the world. The ultra-wealthy love buying islands. In 2012, billionaire Oracle founder Larry Ellison bought 97% of a 90,000-acre Hawaiian island for $300 million. Sir Richard Branson bought Necker Island in the British Virgin Islands for about $320,000 in 1979 and turned it into a luxury resort for the ultra-rich. And Blackador Cay, a small island off the coast of Belize, was purchased by Leonardo DiCaprio for $1.75 million in 2005. The actor transformed it into an eco-resort powered by 100% renewable energy. People worry about getting enough miles and traveling out of season so they can afford their annual vacation. Meanwhile, some of the uber-rich are thinking about how to leave the planet. One of the craziest expensive things the rich are buying is tickets to outer space, a tourism attraction that isn't nearly as crowded as the Eiffel Tower, but way more thrilling. Celebrities Ashton Kutcher and Katy Perry are said to be among the people who have bought tickets for a tour of space on Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic spaceship. Virgin Galactic opened up tickets to space to the public for $450,000 apiece, a steep increase from the original $250,000 price. We're not sure if the flights went up due to increasing demand or inflation, but that's a massive chunk of money to spend on your next trip. The flights are about 90 minutes, where you'll experience weightlessness and witness a fantastic view of the Earth from that high up. Virgin Galactic isn't the only aerospace company on the market either. SpaceX launched the first all-civilian space flight in September 2021. Blue Origin, founded by Jeff Bezos, isn't even willing to announce a public price yet for their flights, but seats on prior flights have been auctioned off for millions of dollars. There's no doubt you'll need to be extremely rich to even think about leaving the Earth. I hope you enjoyed this list of the top 10 luxury items that billionaires want. If you enjoyed this video, hit the bell, like, and subscribe to our channel for more awesome videos.